What's up, everyone? This is the Fraser podcast with Jared Quay Campbell, comedian, football player, father of the world, or just one person, I guess, not of the world. But
I'm everybody's daddy. Everybody calls me daddy. It's my nickname. They be like, daddy. I'm like, what's up, bro?
I like that. Which will actually lead into a question I have for you later. Funny enough, we're debuting an unofficial pilot for Kalshi, the greatest app in the history of the world. We're going to call it Kalshi Corner. If you're unfamiliar, it is an app where you can just bet on everything that's going on, culture, things in the media, the Epstein files, movies, music, the astronomer losing his job, tons of Trump politics. And you just bet yes or no, and you can win money or not. I don't know how it's legal, but I'm not going to ask any questions. I love it. Yeah, like betting on climate, Jared. So I've got this one where I can bet on if a hurricane will make landfall before September, which is kind of like unique because I'm like crossing my fingers that some fuck in Fort Lauderdale is going to lose his house, his possessions, and everything. But it's like, I like being right,
I
So
mean, technically, it's not wrong if you just go for like a category 3, but if you're going for a category 5, you're an asshole, bro.
they should give that an option. Like you can bet the categories too. Just,
That is terrible. It's like, will there be a school shooting this year? Yes, no.
They got him. Run, Reggie, run. Don't forget
Come
that
on.
you're calling him.
All school shooters are Connors, bro. Don't be saying Reggie. That's a bad name. Reggie's a regular. That's a mall shooter. If it's a school shooter, it's a Connor,
Yeah.
Michael,
Thomas.
Sebastian.
It's definitely a white crime. True, Reggie's too much of a potentially black name.
Yeah. Do they have white Reggies? I've never met a white Reggie.
I just remember from the comic books. You ever read Archie comic books?
Nah, that's some Canadian shit right there.
It could be. Well, anyways, there was a Reggie in that one. Reginald. Before we get to Kalshi Corner, I do have some things I want to get off my chest that I've been looking at. Indiana, I just think that they will get bombed first by like ISIS, Iran, aliens if they invade, only for two reasons. And I mean, I like Indiana. One of my best friends, Yao, lives there. I have a ton of great friends. I just, at my gym, they had a TV and it has ESPN on, and the hot dog eating contest was on there, and every fucking person was from Indiana. And then there was a cornhole contest, and every person was from Indiana. And I just feel like it's like the gluttonous, most Americana place on earth. So if ISIS is like, you know what, that's who we're going after. Like, we're tired of this bullshit. Women are wearing crop tops. They don't like that. So I just feel like they're coming after.
So you ever seen like Wakanda in the movie in Marvel? It's like it's supposed to be this poor country, but it's really technology advanced. I think
Yeah.
that's what's going on with Indiana. It's like the new, Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. I think Indiana is actually a utopia that most people never go, and that's why they make it like, oh, there's nothing here but dust and corn and the coast. And meanwhile, it's like technology advanced civilization that's thriving with all kinds of like cool things. So yeah, that's probably why they will get Indianapolis because they know what's there, but we don't.
Did you know it's the birthplace of the KKK? Fun fact.
No, KK's got to be in the South. You don't consider Indianapolis the South.
No. I'm like 99% sure that was the KKK.
Yeah, I know because you go to the meetings, right? You be at the meeting.
I don't think I moved there. I was there for 5 years. Starting new chapters.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I did the notes, man. They don't let you get to the next level till you get all the notes. You got to know the history, got to know the founding fathers and where their birthplace was.
Yeah. I can't be an American citizen, but I can definitely have my own chapter of the KKK.
Do they have KKK in Canada?
I don't think so. I'm sure there are racists, but
They don't. They haven't organized yet. It's just a bunch of individual racists. They haven't came to a conglomerate.
I think so. I think there's less racists, but Canadians are also like closet racist about things like Asians, Native Americans. Like it's definitely black isn't like on the top of the charts. Oh, they also hate like people from India and Pakistan.
Yeah, well, they love Drake. So I was like, if Drake's the president of Canada, must not have a race problem. Obama still gets shit. He's in the news right now. Drake's loved. They're like, forget Kendrick Lamar. Although Kendrick did sell out in Toronto.
Mm.
How does that make you feel as a Canadian?
I wonder. I'm surprised. Like Drake's so petty that he just didn't go through like all who bought tickets or like outside. Like, okay, fuck you, fuck you.
The mayor of Toronto was there, and Drake like called him out and like screenshot and put on a story like you're a traitor, and he was like, "No, I was there for SZA. I was there for SZA." The fact that he was like scared to tell Drake he was at the concert is hilarious to me. But yeah, so yeah,
I don't like how Drake's like getting so petty with like LeBron. Like, what did LeBron do to him? Why is he turning LeBron against him? That just is silly.
because it's a war and LeBron chose the middle ground. He was at the concert in LA. He was crip walking. LeBron just goes with what's hot. And Drake literally was like, let's get this tattoo covered up.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like getting your wife's name tattooed and then erasing it because you saw her on a date with another guy.
I'm like, it's just getting hard to defend Drake. It's just, and I mean Drake for being upset with LeBron for going on what's hot. Drake is the biggest cock rider of all time. He jumps on anything that's hot.
He literally did a diss record to LeBron. He knew he couldn't beat Kendrick, so he was like, LeBron, what did I miss? Did I miss the game-winning shot in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals? What did I miss?
I also, when I'm in bed thinking about you in this podcast and I can't sleep, I was thinking about like, what's the sluttiest generation? Is it like now? Because they talking about the 70s were real slutty, right? Like Free Love. The 80s, now. I don't know. Is it now?
It's now, definitely. I think every generation thought it was now too, but it's getting progressively worse. I think we're at the edge though. Like I hear there's a lot of OnlyFans models that are like regretting it. Like after 5 years, they're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have been showing my pussy to the whole world. But and because of that, there's less OnlyFans. But from what I've heard, and this is maybe a Kalshi will put this up, you can start doing. Will there be more or less women? That percentage is like 1 out of 4 girls between 18 and 24 is an OnlyFans model.
What?
Yeah.
Kalshi, there you go.
The girl who had the lawsuit with Shannon Sharp, she just retired. I don't know if that means she got money or she just decided this wasn't for her. But like, it's kind of because it's hard. Eventually, a woman, they settle down and want to get married, and it's kind of hard for you to have public. Them videos are never erased. So you got to, people at the wedding showing you a girl like, hey man, you get this every night.
It's definitely a rough one. It's hard to do because before it was just a stripper, and you're like, maybe no one went to.
Yeah, there's no proof. There's no proof you saw her there.
Yeah, because I was thinking also to add to the sluttiness, you can also, it's kind of like Uber Eats. You can have whatever you want these days. It's like, I'm kind of craving a little Asian. I want some soul food. You get filled up with some BBC. It's kind of like,
you said
whatever you want, you kind of just, you get it. It's kind of interesting. So that's what I was thinking. And then, has anyone ever said like, what's the craziest racial thing like they call, like, you've ever been like, give it to me like a black man should, or like the N-word? Has anyone ever said the N-word to you in sex?
Nah, I don't fucking know white girls for that. My prime white girl fucking days was in college, and that's back before that was cool. But now, maybe I might try it out just to see if I like it. I'm like, oh, it happened right away. Sorry, thank you. Oh, my toes are curling.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like black is the only race that you would say during sex. Is like if you're a girl, it's like, give me that big black cock. No one's like, give me your white average size penis, or your little Chinese.
I thought that's what they say.
I think just race gets left out of it. That's what I'm saying. I think black's the only
tiny thing in here. That's what I realized, because I don't. Sometimes women want more than what I got. They like, go deeper, and you're like, oh, and so then I just punch them in the side because they're looking for more pain.
Yeah. Like that was me. That was me from the inside.
This is bad. I can't. We got to stop. We got to change the conversation.
Let's change it to something more sexist. The WNBA taking a ton of hits this week. Starts with Shane Gillis, and now there's memes about how like the women are like, pay us what you owe us, but they're owed negative $40 million per year that the WNBA makes. So it's been a tough week. I also really want Caitlin Clark to beat the shit out of Kelsey Plum on the court. Kelsey Plum is Drake. Kelsey Plum is Drake, and Caitlin Clark is Kendrick, because Plum just keeps on throwing shade at her, and it's just nonsense. I'm not out on KP.
But I mean, Caitlin Clark is. I told you, she's in order to be great and to be the Jesus of the WNBA, she got to take a beating, man. She can't just go out there and be whooping ass. She's got to take a beating.
And she's doing it. And we had talked about this too on last podcast. Maybe Kelsey Plum's listening to it, where we think it needs to be more WWE. Like there needs to be a good guy and a bad guy. And Kelsey Plum is like just taking over that bad guy side. She's doing it all. She's being an asshole. She's being like messy, putting stuff out there you shouldn't. She's like the most petty athlete on earth. She's a Drake women at WNBA.
Do they want equal pay, but they're making is that the thing? Because I heard it's not that's not as accurate. I heard what they bring in is a lot, but I heard they have to. They just start flying like on commercial. I mean, they
Mm.
just stopped flying commercial. They were flying like regular. You'd be on if you was on a Southwest flight, you'd be sitting next to Brittany Griner. Now they got their own plane. So
Yeah.
like life is getting better, but they still want more, huh?
I
Sounds like
think they're making, let's call it 300 million, or like the revenues are 300 million or 300 billion, whatever number it is, 300 million, but they're still operating like a 40, $50 million loss per year, which makes sense because even operating an arena, the cost to staff it, to have security, to like, there's a million costs that you never know go into just turning the building's lights on. And they're
they play in
filling it.
smaller arenas too. Only when Caitlin Clark comes to town do they play in like the NBA arena. They usually play in smaller arenas like colleges and
They
stuff.
should play in small arenas because, like, yeah, or else you're spending crazy amounts to staff it and all that, everything.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna just every time you get a first date, you just take her to a WNBA game, and if she don't like it, you're like, you're sexist. You don't like women, woman hater. Y'all don't deal with bigots.
Yeah, I'm with it. Also on the WNBA, do you think this is the worst sports month of the year? There's like nothing going on. NBA's done, hockey's done, football hasn't gotten started. It's kind of like,
Uh, I mean, if you're a gambler, there's always table tennis, right?
it's true.
Oh no, you know what's crazy about WNBA before we go back? So the WNBA is one of the few sports that they have limited betting lines. Like you can't do a same game parlay on most WNBA games. And even if you do, they like limit you to like 25 to like $100. And that's even for like big boys. You know, I used to gamble big and they still be like, yo, your max bet is $200. And I'm like, why? This is supposed to be a professional sport. And that's because I think if you had to get people to fix a game, I think women would be first to crack.
That makes sense.
I think I could convince the Smarks to be like, hey, y'all just don't win by 8. You know, like I could convince that. I think all you need is you and a couple pimps, you know?
Also, they're not making tons of money, so they need the extra money, which they'll
Yeah.
take legally. Gets into Kalshi because like you can bet on tweets and stuff, and I feel like if Clay is in his prime and it was like, will Clay's tweet this week? You'd be like, Clay's, please tweet this week. Like, and you'll get 800 people to be betting on this and take it. So it's funny how Kalshi you can bet on stuff that I
I
think
don't
you
want
could
to
sway.
for fall, but we
Hmm?
shouldn't promote Kalshi with how you can fix the game. I don't think that's the kind of business they're looking for. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The integrity of the sport is now losing its appeal when you do that.
Yeah. But I think it's ripe for insider trading. Oh, they also do movie stuff. But have you watched The Accountant too?
You keep telling about this. Is that your favorite movie? I think we talked about that like 4 times now.
Really, not The Accountant too, with Ben Affleck.
Maybe after we hung up, you talked about The Accountant too. I don't talk to a lot of people. Not that many people watch The Accountant too, and so it's you. And nobody in my family watched Accountant too.
In the first one, Ben Affleck was just like, because he has autism, right? And in
Yeah.
the first one, he's just really good with numbers and like quiet. But then in Accountant 2, he like developed some sort of like extra level of autism, and just like he kind of went like Tropic Thunder. You know how went full. I don't know if you're allowed to say the R word anymore, but he went full like.
Not in Donald Trump's America, man. Shane Gillis said the N word on the SB, so you can go ahead and say it.
He said the N word. No, he didn't.
It just sounds believable, though. You know.
All right. Well, Kalshi Corner, as I
No,
explained earlier, you can
you know,
bet on.
you can't
What?
just get. Hold on, stop doing advertisements for a minute. You're in the middle of autism becoming a superpower, and I want to know more about this because I think that happens. Like I feel like autism is just like if somebody comes with the right, you can turn them into mutants. That's the first. That's the first X-Men are gonna. Ain't that what X-Men was about? It was like autistic kids you put in the school, and they use their mind to start blowing things up.
I don't think it was anything to do with autistic kids, but I guess now you could frame it
Yeah.
that way.
No, Stan Lee was on some woke stuff. So he was like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were Professor X and Magneto, and like
Ooh.
autistic people were like the mutants. That's why everybody was like, they treat them different. Let's kill them all. You know.
And it's been like 10 years since an X-Men movie came out. I'm really upset about this. So aside from the Wolverine
Oh,
spin-off.
that's because I think Sony owns the franchise, but it's also a Marvel thing. So like
Mhm.
they can only cross over like Spider-Man. They own Spider-Man and X-Men, and that's why
Mhm.
like I think what's Ryan Reynolds thing? Deadpool. He was
Yeah.
able to get Wolverine on it because it's hard to match both of them, but they was able to come to an agreement.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I mean, I have all the X-Men comic books. I'm just really upset there hasn't been another X-Men, and it's been a cliffhanger. I feel like there's. I remember the last one. We're still waiting for some stuff to happen, but maybe not. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
well, I think what happens when actors get old, after 10 years, you got to get new actors, man. You can't have the
Well,
old ass Storm up there. That ain't Storm no more. That's a goddamn tsunami up there. What you talking about?
Halle Berry can be. What's her name? Yeah, that's Storm.
Halle
She is
Berry's
Storm.
still fine. That's when you say black don't crack. She got it still.
It's
There's not a lot of women in their 50s I'm wanting to crack, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Halle Berry, you
all
leave me
the
alone with her. Yeah, buddy.
these actors will be all new 20-year-olds, but she'll 50-year-old Halle Berry will still be on there.
Who's they show Margot Robbie? Margot Robbie's still fine, but she ain't aging like she wanted. You know, like, I mean, she ain't holding it like she could. Like, don't get me wrong, Beyonce ain't holding it either. But Beyonce a lot older than Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Um. Well, actually, I'm quoting Margot Robbie, not quoting, but in Kalshi Corner, do you know who? So there's two founders. I want to explain a little bit. Guess where they went to school? Not Miami, by the way.
Probably some tech school, Stanford.
MIT. They're both
Yeah.
like super geniuses, and they one worked for Goldman Sachs, and I don't know, they all went crazy finance places. But Luana, the girl, there's a Tarek and Luana. Tarek's from Lebanon. Luana's from Brazil. She's like the nerd superhero. Like she's the Margot Robbie wet dream of nerds. She was a professional ballet dancer, I think, or in college for ballet dancing. She's a smoke show.
There's two
Uh,
women. Women are the owners of Kelsey.
a guy and a girl, a guy and a woman.
Are they together?
I don't think so. I mean, I
I
don't
don't
think so.
know. I don't want to be working with them after seeing the CEO of astronomy, man. I don't want them to not be together and be cuddled up. And now all my bets are down because the company went under. I don't like this.
But anyways, you gotta check her out. She's literally, he's a genius. She's the most attractive person on earth, and she's like a super nerd. So I don't know if you're into finance, she's your Margot Robbie. Is what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna Google her. What's her name? Let me find out how to find her.
Luana Lara. There's a middle name I forget in there, but his name's Derek. And I mean, he's not as attractive as her, but I'm sure he still gets buns. I mean, he's probably rich.
I think as a man, once you become the CEO of something big like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, as you look up to that, everyone, we're getting some favorite bets on Kalshi, and they're going to be all over the map. Don't come at me if you life. And is she? Because you don't know white girl, right? Is
Now
she?
she bad. I mean, I'm getting the pictures that she wants you to get. You know, if you woke up next to her, she might not be. Anyway, I got a feeling you're gonna try to send this to them directly. So yeah, no, she's amazingly gorgeous.
But I'm just saying, like you have bad white girl taste, and if you think she's good, then but is she white because she's Brazilian? That's kind
There's
of
unanimous, right? There's unanimous beautiful. I got like bad at the bar at 8 p.m. and you like, oh, let's not talk to them girls. I'm like, that girl fine. But like there's universal gorgeous, right? Like Anne Hathaway is universally gorgeous, right?
yeah, that's true. And she's only like 23, I think, and she owns this company, and she went to MIT, and she's done incredible things. So,
Oh, I'm
anyways.
looking at the CEO though. The other guy, nah, he ain't gonna get that.
I mean, he kind of looks like a much skinnier, more attractive Lebanese Jonah Hill.
All right, I'm about to roast him, and I don't know if you send it to him, you know him or not.
I am saying him.
This is what he looks like. He looks like Where's Waldo, right? He's wearing these Waldo glasses, but it looks like if you were like to like figure out time travel and Where's Waldo was in different generations, and you happen to be like, no, 2025, the CEO of Kelsey, that's Waldo. You're like, damn it, you got me. That's what he looks like.
I think it's just the glasses that throw you off, and he's white, and you think all
and the hair and the smile.
Yeah.
And either she's really tall or has heels on, or he's not the tall. I'm sorry, I'm ruining our advertisement. I'm sorry,
That's
guys.
fine. I mean, they bet on people to get divorced, so I'm sure we can roast them a little bit too. It's
Yeah, who they bet to get divorced? I want
astronomer. Let's jump into it. You could bet.
Pick it. I want to. Let me get my bets, man. Come on, Jared Quay's picks.
I already lost this one, so I'm 1 for 1 so far on my bets, and I've got like 8 other bets in the queue. But one was, will Donald Trump sue the Wall Street Journal? Boom, won that. Lost this one. It was, will the astronomer of CEO either like be fired or step down? And I said no, because I thought cancel culture was over. I thought you could smash people out and still keep your job.
Even if he wasn't married, they would have probably made him step down. That's too much public. Like, you can't be out here booed up with somebody else on the board. Come on,
Yeah.
man. They're gonna get rich off of you. If y'all taking Fraser's picture, y'all gonna lose a lot of money. Yeah, you know, cancel culture's over. He can have a orgy on OnlyFans with a bunch of little 20-year-olds and ain't nobody gonna mess with him. Nah, that's not how it works.
And did you see his apology where he blamed Coldplay and then he
No,
quoted
that
them?
was fake. That was fake.
Are you sure?
If I was him, I would have just, like people are showing what you did. If I was him, I would have just been like, that's AI.
That I mean, he's maybe I thought the fake thing was him saying it wasn't me. He went shaggy on him. He was like, it wasn't me. But then he blamed Coldplay that wasn't fake, and he was like, and then he quoted them. He's like,
But Coldplay is on some. I mean, from a standpoint, what kind of shit is that, man? I paid my hard-earned money to see you, and here you are trying to. Hey, that guy's in an affair. Even if I am on an affair, if I'm on an affair buying tickets for you, entertain affair motherfuckers cheating too.
yeah, it was you. You would make it your life mission to find the lead singer Coldplay cheating and just fucking expose him for everywhere.
Yeah, you know he is. You know he's on the road. There's some girls. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would spend large. I'd be like taking. I have a specific set of skills. I would find every woman, and even a man. I'd be like, he was cheating in Sweden with this guy named Vladimir.
the guy from Lord of the Rings, Boromir.
Yeah, yes. Think about it, bro. And I get it. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I empathize with the man. Not that I'm a cheater, because I ain't never cheat. Black men don't cheat. But if you like boot up in the middle, he probably was drinking. He's having a good time. He's bricked up, and the camera comes on him. And like people are like, why didn't he just play it off? And it's like your brain doesn't think that way. Anytime a camera's pointed at me, immediately my thoughts like, hi, oh shit, And so yeah, I would have hid too. What kind of shit is that? He's on a higher level. He's on like not even where you should have the camera.
Yeah, in the suites. It should be like a thing. Like in the suites, you're not allowed to put cameras on the suites.
And now Coldplay gonna lost a lot of tickets, man, because you can't be cheating at a Coldplay concert, man. You can't take your side bitch to Coldplay. That's a main bitch activity. And yeah, main bitch, you got date night once a month.
I have so many questions. Like he's like, "Oh, honey, I'll see you later. I'm going to the Coldplay concert with the fellas." Like, what was his excuse?
Honestly, that's the best way to cheat you. Like, I got a work retreat. Oh, we got to go do something for work. We're spending corporate dollars on this. That's probably why they got mad. He's spending corporate dollars on the tickets. Was definitely a tax write-off.
Yes.
But yeah, man. And the bad part is they showing pictures of what I believe to be his wife. You can't trust anything on the internet. She's fine. And so all that tells me is that CPO, that chief people's officer, knows how to handle people. That's what I'm saying.
The cheating people's officer.
You can tell his wife ain't making love to him no more. She don't do nothing that. But that chief, she definitely was like, tonight you gonna nut 3-4 times, and they ruined that.
What I think is like, you can tell he's maybe get back to like something's wrong with him because one, he's going to Coldplay concerts like this, and he's a millionaire of a tech company. But he's cheating with like a 6. It's just like I'm sure that woman looks just like his wife, which is very weird. Like if you cheat, you go for like a 9 or a 10, or like you should be going after the marketing coordinator, an intern. You don't like hand in your 93 Honda Civic and be like, hey, let me get a 94 Honda Accord. No, you gotta
disagree. I firmly disagree. We're on the opposite sides. Take my side on the Kalshi side of the bet. This is my figure, right? Once you become a CEO or a multimillionaire, I feel like cheating is kind of one of the perks that come with being a millionaire. Now, if it's not publicly embarrassing, like in this situation, she has to do something. But let's be honest, she knows she's not the only one that's fucking him. And then on top of that, you're like, get the finest girl, which yeah, you can. But let's be honest, bro. You're not trying to marry this girl. You're not gonna have pictures in your house of this girl. You want whatever girl does the best to make you feel good. Whoever makes you laugh, whatever does that freaky thing you like. And with that being the case, sometimes it's the CPO that's like 20 years older than your wife. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, if you can't cheat at a Coldplay concert as CEO, then I don't want to be a CEO. I'm sorry. Let me just be on the board. I don't want to be this high power position without the perks. You need to be able to be if you need a sexual release and you still need to be at the job to be handling business, what better options do you have?
That's what I'm saying. The marketing coordinator, man. I'm sure she's like a 23-year-old dime. Even that girl that was at the concert, I'd rather go after the girl who was at the concert with them. She was real cute.
Yeah, she was like smiling too hard for me though. She was cheesing too much. I was like, yo, you evil villainess. What is this? She's the one that told the cameraman, get them next to me. She looked guilty. That's the person should be fired. I don't even know who she is.
Absolutely.
Can I give you this is my brain switching because I have ADD a little bit.
Yeah.
I was watching the movie Idiocracy. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I need to see it though.
Whoa, go stop right now. It's the best.
You see The Accountant 2? You need to see The Accountant 2.
No, fucking no. Stop talking about that movie. Idiocracy was made in like 2005. It bombed in the box office. It was before its time. It's one of those comedies that holds up 20 years later. But basically, the premise is that like because we don't have a predator, only the dumb people reproduce. Because all the smart people are like, not in this economy. We're not ready. It's too expensive. And the poor dude's like, what? You're pregnant again? And he's fucking the neighbor. So all that people get dumber. They just get dumber through society. So in 5 of the years, it's just the dumbest. And so they changed Fuddruckers to Buttruckers to Butt Fuckers. It's like the name of the restaurant is Butt Fuckers. And they're like watering the crops of Gatorade and all kinds of they're just dumb. They're like, it got electrolytes. But one of my favorite lines of any movies in this movie, he's with this girl who's like, she travels from the future too, but she's a prostitute. And they use her because nobody would miss her, I guess. I don't know the thing. And so he's like trying to talk to her, but everybody's like, what? And he's like, oh, I'm going to go make love to her in the bushes. So he's down there talking to her, and the dude comes up. He's like, we just want to make sure she's putting out. And he's like, yeah, she's doing it. And this is my favorite line in any movie. He was like, we wonder if me and a couple of the fellas can go family style. That's not the best line of any movie. Me and the fellas can go family style. Right now, it's top 10 quotes of movies in my whole life, bro. And so if you're watching this, you haven't seen Idiocracy, I'm doing you a favor. A movie that came out in 2005 is the best movie in 2025.
One of my favorite quotes is Home Alone 2, when Marv jumps on the wood plank and sends Harry into the air and smashes on the ground, on the car. And then Harry is like, walks up, he's like, I think I twisted my ankle on that board back there. Well, anyways, that's my favorite.
That was it. I mean, that was a bomb.
It was right good. No,
I just went with Can We Go Family Style, Hunter, and yours was I twisted my ankle on a board. Don't tell me that's where we're at. Are we that far?
It's so good.
I thought we were going to push the edges of this podcast. And we were
Let's get into it. Justin Bieber. One of my other favorite bets that I'm currently losing trending negatively hard. Will he have a top album of the year? And I put yes, because it's Bieber fever. Everyone wants to bang Justin Bieber. He's like the biggest thing next to Taylor Swift. He's not doing good right now.
No way. That album's not bad. That album's a bop. It's a good album.
Ooh, I like
whoever are the black ghostwriters of Justin Bieber did an amazing job. That song got some hits. I don't know. I think Gen Z pushes the needle with music now, and I just think people don't care for music anymore. It's hard to become a number one artist. There's no musical superstars no more. Like Taylor Swift is like 35. Beyonce is like 43. Who's the young hot one? Who's under 20 that's like selling out everywhere they go?
That's what I've told you, that music's on the decline these days. It's not as good as like.
You got to. We're gonna start going to Korea and I'm gonna start signing just going to Korean high schools and be like, y'all get together, learn some dance moves, because K-pop's taking over, baby.
I need to listen to some K-pop. Is Justin Bieber? Who's like, you have bad white girl taste? Who'd be like your number one white dude if you had to like, switch teams for a day, or if you're a girl, or if you're trans, or if you're non-binary?
You to publicly come on TV and ask which white guy I would have sex with if I were gay?
Or a girl, or trans, or non-binary, which I don't even know. Do you know what non-binary is? Because I don't.
Yeah, non-binary. I did a set as Martin Luther King. It was hilarious. And I was like, ladies and gentlemen, and those of the non-binary. Everybody cracked up. Non-binary means you ain't a man or a woman, man. You're just people. Yeah.
Can you be like racially non-binary, or it has to be sexually?
I mean, that's what people say, I don't see color. But the problem is, if you don't see color, you're part of the problem, because you're like, well, that guy does, and he's fucking me. Well, I don't see that. It just seems like two people doing things to each other. And so I don't see color. It doesn't really work in the racial standpoint. But I don't think it really works in the sexual standpoint. It's like, nah, clearly you're a man. You got a beard.
Yeah.
I was at a bar the other day. I know it didn't get canceled. You were pushing levels of this. I was at a bar, and I was like, man, I can't get drunk here. Because it was like, I felt like it was like 1 in 4 women might not have been women. And so, yeah, I was like, damn, bro, I don't, you don't want to wake up. That's a lot. You ever get like anxiety after you drink real bad, and you're like, damn, man, did I embarrass myself, man? I probably shouldn't have took my shirt off and stood on the bar. But there's nothing worse than it's like, damn, bro, that woman had a bigger dick than me, man. That shit, I'm not going to live.
I was hoping that you asked me what black guy I would be with if I was gay. And
just say it. Why you need me to ask you that, man? You know what you got. And it better not be me. It better be me. I want it to be me, but not be me.
I started thinking, like, do you want to get like for clout, or you just want to be like just, crushed out by some African-American fella? Because like clout, you got to go Obama or LeBron, right?
Yeah. That's weird to even think about that, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
I'd be low key mad if I seen either of them smashing. I was like, damn, Fraser fucking Obama. That would make me like, damn, man. I'd rather be like, let me see. If I was like, let me see who's somebody I don't like as a black person that much, somebody who we could spare. If I was like, man,
I wouldn't want who you could spare. I would get my pick, and my pick would be
nah,
Obama.
you're not gonna get Martin Luther King. I'm fucking Martin. No, you can't have that shit. What kind of shit is that? You ruining our culture here, man. Taking our best from us, man. Take DMX. No, you can't have DMX.
I think DMX is gay. Remember, I've told you that one song. He's like,
DMX.
he has the gayest lyrics in the history of any rap song.
DMX is gay in the sense of like they could prison rape you, motherfucker. I'm gonna make sure you get the worst of the worst. Prison rape's not gay. That's like power. That's the power dynamic. Sometimes, when you take over a country, you gotta fuck the men just to make sure they know who's dominant,
Yeah.
Ain't no love making in that situation, bro. No eye contact.
I'm gonna be prepared next episode because I'm gonna list out the DMX gay quotes from the song. It's the gayest song ever created.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, if you look back at suspect lyrics, everybody has them.
Yeah. Well, back to other bets that are good. Oh, so you can bet on like
Are you sending this episode to them? Are you sending this episode to them? Because
yeah.
I've been working in sports media for a while, and this is the kind of shit that goes on YouTube. This ain't the kind of episode where you're like, hey, put us on a commercial.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to clap. Oh.
That's what I was thinking. Like we get into a meeting, like on Friday. Let's say a meeting is like, hey, we like you guys. We really wanted to, partner
This
here.
is what media's trending. Fox Sports just bought Barstool. They're like, wait, fuck all these shows with ex-athletes. Let's get these white guys to be talking about Confederacy. And like Pat McAfee's the hottest show on ESPN. Eventually, people just want authentic, unfiltered truth. People in their living room talking about which bitch got the finest titties. Like that's where the media is headed. All right, we can stay in this PC culture if we want, but we're just lying to ourselves. On the internet, I can literally tweet at the president, be like, "Hey, fuck you, fuck nigga," and like nobody says anything. I'll get likes on that. This is a new world, bro. So if you can't be honest if you can't nut on your fans, what is the point of being a celebrity?
Exactly. That's why we're out here. CBS, the late night shows getting canceled. That's where we fill in. Is
Stephen Colbert Canadian? I just feel like he's Canadian.
Stephen Colbert?
Yeah.
I think he is, actually.
Anybody who's funny and white and like kind of clean, Canadian.
He was funny like 10 years ago. Now I feel like it's just kind of like
Jim Carrey, Seth Rogen, Stephen Colbert, Drake. All the funniest people are Canadian.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for that. And me. So and Ryan. Ryan's pretty funny.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think is that like do they not let you graduate unless you can crack a joke? Like comical timing is a class in Canada.
I wonder. I think we just I don't know what the reasoning is. We're just goofy people. Like you always say, I win gay chicken. I feel like I would lose gay chicken in Canada. Like to Americans, I kill gay chicken, but in America,
if you win gay chicken, it's no longer funny. There's a window where funny starts being like, all right, bro, break eye contact. This is getting too.
I didn't mean like the actual like the cut game chicken. I just meant like back and forth gay chicken. Yeah,
even back and forth. You're just like, you won't marry me? Yes, I will. And then next thing you know, you're like, we've been married for 2 years. You won't fuck me? Yes, I will. And then it's like, this is not gay chicken. This is just gay.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just chicken, like we talked about.
If we're going full cancer culture, do you feel like this is the safest time for you to be like, I still wonder why there's not gay athletes coming out? There's never been a more safer environment to be gay in the history of sports.
Someone in our group chat who I can't name, he had a great point a year ago that like, because we were talking about if Caleb Williams was gay, which we know he is, but it'd be he would make millions in endorsements if he came out as gay. There'd be like all over money thrown at him.
Yeah, but even like all the old celebrities have rumors of Will Smith and all these things, and it's just like, yeah, it'd be kind of at this point. I wish I can go back in time when I played and just be like, I don't like women's. I like men's. And then they cut me. I at least had a reality show afterwards. Be me, Michael Sam, and and Carl Nassib just being like, we're going out on Saturday.
Karl Anthony Towns. That's a bet I want. I want his cat going to come out of the closet in the next 2 years or a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
For Cat,
Or
you know what the weird thing about it? He don't seem like the masculine gay, right? You know, like there's like a masculine, feminine, every gay thing, and so he can be the feminine gay and be 7'1", just like getting cut up by somebody behind him, like, "Hola, amigo."
that's the bet. I want because you can do like they do. Will something happen next or will whatever? I want. Well, which one of these three will come out of the closet first? Kat, Caleb Williams, or Caitlin Clark?
Oh yeah, did you see Caitlin Clark with her boyfriend? And somebody's like, "I know the female version of a beard." He like tried to kiss her. She was like, "Get a ball from me." Learn your role, baby. You getting paid. Calm down.
Yeah. I saw her looking at Sophie Cunningham, which we all look like at Sophie Cunningham like that. But well, shoot, I got bets I want. You want me to tell you bets I've made or bets that I want to happen?
Bet you want to happen.
I want will Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion get engaged or no in the next year or break up in the next year? So that's a bet I want. Can I also tell you this? I don't know if this is racist or not, but if you showed me pics of Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Nicki Minaj, I wouldn't know who was who. So
Yeah, that's kind of trash. It's one thing to be like all sports players, but like those are three mega marketed artists. Like, I mean, that's just like me saying like Taylor Swift and Hillary Duff and give me a third white woman that goes for roll of threes.
tough.
Taylor Swift, Hillary Duff, and Miley Cyrus all look the same.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like women's sports, women's rap, or women's country music. And no, like them. I listen to
Like women, bro. Just go ahead, bro. I was saying that earlier. Like, it's the best time to come out. If you just came out now, just come out as a women. Just come out as a women today.
And that's it.
No, on the Fraser and Jared podcast, what better way to do it, bro? Just you don't gotta say I'm 100% gay. Just be like, hey, I'm not 100% straight. Just give it to me, bro.
I thought maybe being a fake women's hater would do that. That'd be enough cancel culture for us. But I think that the meeting, if we have one with Kalshi is going to be bad. It's going to be like, you talking about getting dicked down by black guys for 45 minutes, hating women, hating the WNBA, wanting a hurricane to kill some guy's dreams in Fort Lauderdale.
Hear us out, right? They're going to be like, sorry, we can't go with this, right? And that gives us the rapper origin story. Because then we go on, keep doing this podcast, and it gets millions and millions of followers. And then they're like, hey, please, please. And we're like, nah, Kelsey didn't want us. Said we was too rough around the edges.
I like that you call him Kalshi. For the record, people of Kalshi, he doesn't even say my name correctly, but I've known him for 20 years. So, I mean, he doesn't know my
Faserly.
It took him until year 15 to get any of my part of my name right, start or last. Yeah, also, I think they've got to have a good, like, they're fine with cancel culture because they're allowing you to bet on divorces, Epstein rape files, hurricanes. So surely they're good people. Like, they're
you just bet on like which NFL players next to have a domestic dispute.
That's my next one. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and then will an NFL player other than Rashee Rice get suspended for off-field conduct before October?
That's the real fucking clean way of saying it. It's just like, will it be offense or defense that beats their wife next? And you just like, yeah, I'm taking defense. I just think more physical.
I just think you had to be the one to say it because after all my anti-women, I could also be anti-black on
I mean, just lean in, bro. You probably get a podcast on Spotify, and you have like really people. You go, "Wow, that's so amazing."
I want one on the Bill Belichick relationship about will they break up before the end of the season?
Bro, that's
for shit.
If you really look at that whole relationship from like this, kind of wild, bro. Bill Belichick is like a no-nonsense coach, like old school, doesn't even talk to reporters. And then out of nowhere, some Gen Z girl was just like, you're my little bitch. Like, how? I don't know what happened. She must have stuck a finger in his ass. And he was like, whoa. And the next thing you know, she was like hypnotized. From now on, you do what I say. And now she's like reading the interviews and she's like, no, we won't talk about that. And he's like, sorry. It's just like, this can't be the hard ass that niggas was scared to go play for. I just don't get it.
I think he's always got a soft spot for that kind of stuff, right? He brought in Ocho Cinco. He brought in Randy Moss. He always likes to get like a little bit of abuse on the side. Like he needs it in his life. He can't have Tom Brady.
Is it like, you said like when they say like with women who are CEOs like to be dominated a little more because they want to feel a little bit. Is that him? He's like, I'm tired of bossing these men around. And the girl's like, shut up, you little bitch, get into bed. And he's like,
yeah. I bet he's getting pegged by her 100%. This all is making too much sense.
Bro, That's my bet. I'm gonna take over. I know the odds gotta be good. So if I put $5 on Bill Belichick gets pegged, what my return be?
That's perfect. I'll say good return.
That's gotta be high. I'm not taking the odds if it's even money.
No, it can't be even money. Like, well, maybe it will be. We're talking about it now, but like before we talked about it on the infamous podcast, I mean, it probably was low. Did you know his girl? I forget her name, but she was dating a 65-year-old big pharma CEO before Bill Belichick, and they're still friends.
Is it crazy that all the Jordans has just got it, bro? That's it. Her name is Jordan. And she just knows how to hook these men together, man. She knows how to.
Old man. I bet she's still getting like money from the big pharma guy. I'm thinking she's not attractive. I'm gonna say it. I mean, she's like attractive for a civilian, but not for like.
Would you clap?
Yeah, 1,000,000,000%.
I kind of wonder. I'm gonna wait. Bill Belichick, what, 60 years old, bro? In about 40 years. I mean, bearing how technology works in medical health history, she might be single again, and I just want to see what she's doing. I just want to be like, damn, control me, you know.
She's like this generation's Anna Nicole Smith.
Was Anna Nicole Smith like? I think she was a one-timer. Wasn't she just a one and done? She got the right.
Yeah, she did it one time. She got lucky.
She didn't get no money, bro. She just got fame. That's kind of trash. You read her story. She didn't get the bread.
Yeah. Is she still alive, or did she die? Or was
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Her and Princess Diana is my favorite white women.
Really?
Yeah, Princess Diana was dope. They're taking off on people at the field trips.
I remember there's like 4 things I can remember exactly where I was when they happened. It was when Princess Diana died, 9/11, when I heard Britney Spears hit me baby one more time, and then something recently this happened, and I remember exactly where I'll be forever. What happened big recently?
I remember when Michael Jackson died. That was on the one. When Kobe died.
You remember where you were?
I remember when I was Kobe when Michael Jackson died. Them felt like family members dying.
I remember when I was walking through, it was like the Home Depot of Canada. It's called Canadian Tire. And on the speakers, because they play the radio, Hit Me Baby One More Time came on. And I heard it. I was like, this is a fucking electric song. And I'll never forget it. That was the first time I heard it.
Jesus, bro. Like, that's it. Come out the closet, bro. As a man, like anything under 18, when Hit Me Baby come on, that's a song you find out that the girls like it.
I was like 15 or 16 when it came out.
Jesus, you vampire. But even then, that's still like, Mom, we got to buy this record. Give me the money. I need it.
I went right to the
baby one more time. Do.
No lateness.
This is a bop. I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, you want to do K-pop? I want to do Britney Spears back then, and she was fine as hell too.
There's some. I ain't gonna lie. There's some women's songs now that I'll be bumping loud in my car, and people might be looking at me like, "What the fuck going on with him, man?" SZA got some hits, bro. I'll be listening to SZA. Not Hillary Duff. Taylor Swift got a couple bops too, bro.
I only like her old stuff. I don't like any of her new things, really.
She got a song. What is it? It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. At T. And I was like, this ain't Taylor Swift. She's supposed to be like a hero, like a princess. And that song was like, it's a weird lyric. It's some questionable lyrics. It's like, sometimes I feel like I'm looking for sexy babies. And I'm like, damn. Okay, Miss Epstein.
Can we bet on their breakup? I'd like to bet on their relationship, either engagement or breakup as well. That'd be a good one to have.
She's draining all of the swag out of Travis Kelce. I never thought that's worse than Bill Belichick relationship to me. Kelce was literally like, he had an invitation to the cookout. He had a fresh barber. He was balling, doing end zone dances, and now his ass is hanging out with Morgan Wallen, drinking Budweiser and shit. I'm like, what is going on?
And probably votes for Trump now. Before he was like an Obama guy. Now he's a Trump guy.
Taylor Swift is technically a non-Trumper, so I think that's not the thing. But he's definitely not going to the cookout. It's like, who is this white boy here? He working with the feds? What's going
on? One of the bets you can do is will Trump release the Epstein files? And I went on no, and you can put, it's like Twitter. After you make your bet, you can make a comment that goes live on their like social media platform. And I was like, no, because he's on them. And it still hasn't come out yet, so my bet's still alive. That was another favorite one I had.
You know what I love about this whole thing is I feel like it's going to bring the worst out of everybody, right? Because instead of Trump just manning up to it, he's like pointing out other people's flawed shit, right? He just like, and when Kobe got caught cheating, he was like, Shaq cheats on this woman. It's like that. It's like, fucking, what's it called? Fucking two. Hey, Obama go to jail. And it's just like him trying to throw anything out there to like distract her from it. And it's just like, yo, crash out, baby. I love it. I love when presidents crash out, bro. This is the first time we ever had a president crash out too. Like,
there's so many Trump bets on Kalshi that my favorite like my code breaker for Kalshi is to just bet on his instability. Like I'm betting on everything that he might do. And I'm like, yep, yep. Will cabinet member be fired? Yep. Will Pam Bondi be out? Yep. Like I'm doing all betting on his instability. That's my favorite.
I think it would be funny. You ever seen Black Mirror?
Yes.
All right, they had an episode of Black Mirror where he wanted the prime minister to fuck a cow or a pig. And I feel like that would be the funniest thing ever right now, to just be like, President Trump needs to fuck this pig or else we're never giving up this person, right? That would be amazing, bro. Because I would definitely be watching that shit. I'm tuned in, bro, locked in. Can we bet on that on Kalshi? Will President Trump fuck a pig?
What about like if you had to like fuck LeBron or like a
Bro, you can't keep doing this to our black heroes, bro. Once we get a black hero, you can't have our black heroes. You can't just turn them gay hypothetically, bro.
How about an illegal immigrant, like an ugly male illegal immigrant?
No, you gotta fuck someone with power. You can't be fucking somebody trying to make a better life. They just got to America, now Trump gotta fuck them. That ain't what I like.
I mean, it's a win-win for both of them, or it's a lose-lose, but it's a win-win for the immigrant because he gets to stay if he allows this. And then Trump.
That's not the kind of America I want. Could you imagine that person like, I admitted to America, and they're like, you get a citizenship, but you just gotta let this guy fuck you. And it's just like, what in the Me Too is going on in this world, huh?
It's the Hunger Games all over again.
Just a bunch of people waiting by the fucking border, being like, yeah, I want that one. I want these on Instagram, bro. I know you're not going to cut these ones because you're already trying to find some clean one that looks real corporate. You're not going to find that in this episode. Our whole episode is just completely left field.
But on the Epstein thing, I think everyone in power is in the Epstein list. Like there's liberals, there's Democrats, there's the president of India, there's the president of Kazakhstan. Like everyone on earth is on this fucking shit. So that's why it hasn't been released.
In a weird way, that's a cold motherfucker, bro. When you really think about what was going on, he took you to a party, got you drunk, and bring bad bitches around. You're not sure these bitches' ages, but by that time, you don't really want to ask. It's not like he's telling them, "Hey, you want a 15-year-old girl?" This is me telling too much. One time I was in a place. I'm not gonna tell the place, and I met this girl, and she was like, "I'm 19, Poppy," and I'm like, "Still too young for me." And then I looked, and she tried and somebody was like, "You can't get in the club. She's under 18." And I'm like, "Damn, she was fine too," but I'm like, this is confusion. I don't want this kind of confusion. Just take me where if I see a pretty girl, I don't have to worry about that kind of shit.
You should have to wear it like that. What was that movie Out of Time with Justin Timberlake where you just have to have like your age on your wrist or something
like
that? Yeah. For better and for worse. I'm a known Clay Thompson hater, so I really want to bet on their breakup. So do you think they'll stay together or no? Because I feel like they're already going through shit.
How? You don't know who she is.
Yeah, but I just see her on Instagram. Another one I've got. Will Elon Musk tag Trump on X before the end of this month?
Sorry, I got a big important message.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just stop the podcast. That's fine. Big and important.
It was the president, man. He was like, "Yo, should I release these Epstein files?" And I said, "Nah, bro. This shit's too fun."
Well, I feel like we covered a lot. Well, I'm just gonna let people know shit you can bet on. So, like Tyler the Creator. Actually, I have a screenshot for you. Will he have a #1 hit this year or #1 album? Tyler the Creator.
Isn't that? I mean, I don't know. Music has changed. I think the people who consume music are younger, and they just like weird as shit now. But he got a whole album he wants people to dance to. I don't know if you saw it. He got like LeBron in the music video. And it's pretty good marketing. He's a genius marketer.
Mm-hmm. I've never liked his music, but he's enormous. He was like the headliner for this festival I went to in San Francisco.
Okay. Well, in my case and scenario, he was weird at first, right? He was like this alternative kid. And I remember when I was in college, like, who's this kid rapping this weird shit? And then I just recently Googled him. He's like a year younger than me. Well, I thought he was a kid. Yeah, he's gotten better, but like, I don't know. I think, do you know, like, I guess he was, when he was in his youth, he would say the word, I'm gonna say it, fuck it. He would say fag a lot. And everybody was like, oh. And then because of that, he was like, oh, I'm gay. I like white boys. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he's actually gay or he's just like, you can't touch me now. Can't touch this. No. And so it's kind of unique.
It's like I can identify in black and just start, I'm black, sorry, and I'm just going to start dropping N-bombs on the podcast.
Yeah, you got to commit to, you got to literally tattoo your whole skin black. You got to blackface internally. And then if you do that, then it's like he can't take the blackface off, y'all. He's really
Buying into the bit.
yeah. And then you can start doing like those old minstrel shows that you tap dancing. That's a criminal. No.
Do you want to hear some other? I think we killed this episode. We didn't talk too much about the bets. Have you seen Fantastic Four? You can bet on its Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, that's
People are saying it's really good, which I find hard to believe because Marvel's.
yeah. Marvel's fell off, bro. Marvel missing it, so I don't know. What's the over under? What we got? I'll give you
Maybe
my.
we bet on this live. You can go above 82, yes or no.
All right, hear me out. This is my thought process, and I'm probably overthinking this. If you're Marvel, you need a hit, and to be honest with you, everything you can buy these days. So you can buy enough reviewers to give you over 82. That I think that Marvel's not going to let this go to risk. They're going to pay a couple $1 million to make sure that rating is good. And so with that being the case, 82 is too low. I'm going to go over.
Okay. Well, you can also bet, and you get better odds, above 85 is at 49%. So above 82 is 78%. So like you only get, above 85, if we go no, we get 51% of the earnings.
Can we talk about regular betting?
Yeah, what do you want?
Which teams do you think go over under for this year? I think the best ones I have for you guys, and this might be insider information, the Dolphins are not winning 9 games this year. They're just not. You caught it last year, and I was high on them, but they lost everybody on defense. They're like third best corners, their best corner this year. They lost Calais on the D line, and they haven't replaced it with anybody. And I just felt like that defense ain't gonna stop. And I'm just out on Tua after being a fan of them. When good defense play Tua, they do well. Now Tyreek's a freak of nature, so maybe he'll do something. But eventually, time got to hit you, right? What is he? 30 now? 32? He's getting old.
I like that you skipped 31. I think it's 31, but I love you just skipped over that number. Also, I think Mike McDaniel, his offense was found out. It's so just like, at first you didn't know what's going, but now everyone knows how to just cover against it. So it's very gimmicky. And so I think,
that's the worst. If they go like 0-4 or 0-5, they just tank all the way because it's too fun of a city to be like, fuck practice. I'm going to go get on these boats with these bitches. And so that's going to hurt them. We're like, if you're in Buffalo, you're like, man, we ain't got nothing else to do, but come on, let's get in this meeting room and figure this shit out. And so yeah, I like the Jets. The Jets have a tough schedule, but I don't think Justin Fields is as bad as people think. And they still got Breece Hall. They got a good defensive backcourt. They got Quentin Williams. They only have 5.5 wins as their total. You think they can get 6 wins?
I think so. I'm over on the Jets. I love Justin Fields. I saw him play Fiesta Bowl against Trevor Lawrence, and he won my heart forever.
Yeah, and he's like Lamar Jackson light. Like he can run the ball so well that like if they just started doing like quarterback options, they might go ahead and do work. And then I also like the 49ers under, and nobody's gonna like it. I just think that they lost a lot on defense. Brock Purdy to me just people act like he's that great. And I'm just like, no. And now without Debo. Debo Samuels was like literally their running back, the receiver, the Swiss Army knife. And I just don't think AU is going to be able to carry that offense. And so with that being the case, I think them under 10.5 seems like a good bet. And I'm betting with my heart there because I do like the Cardinals. But I think those totals under. So if you can parlay them on Kelce, you can make a lot of return. And if they don't let you do it, whichever sports book is going to give us the most money, that's who belongs on that. We're going for money, not character.
I also I bet actually on Kalshi. I bet Joe Flacco will be the starting quarterback of the Browns. I put no, and my odds have gone up since I bet it. So things are looking nice.
Is that any game at all?
Starting like week 1.
Oh, week 1. Yeah.
I put no.
Yeah, they're going to be terrible. Why would you start a quarterback that's on his way out? Get the young guy ready.
Mm-hmm. So, also I'm interested on Kalshi. I'd love to talk to them if I think, like at least with sports books, they set it at a certain number, right? Where people bet can sway the line. Like obviously that happens throughout the week on like the NFL. The line will go up and down pending bets. But I think this one is a lot more user generated. Like it can vastly sway, and I feel like there's less smart sport people on Kalshi. So I feel like there's a lot of good sports bets you can get on there that you get better odds than you might on a regular sports book because you're kind of betting against other people.
Can you bet that me and you break up our podcast? We don't stay together for longer than 5 years?
I don't want to do that. That sounds hurricane.
They could put that on there though, and then people can like make money there. me and you will fall out. I don't think me and you have the kind of personality where I don't think we can make each other angry. And with that
Yeah.
being the case, we're going to do this forever.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't we? Especially now that we're going to be world famous with all of our cancel culture, anti-cancel culture. Or is it cancel culture?
Just lean in. In life, either be too hot or too cold, but never be lukewarm. So either be somebody that people hate, they go cancel this show, or then we get viewers because people want us dead, or be so good that everybody wants us, but never just be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off.
I'm too chubby these days.
This ain't gonna work. You're right. Take the under, guys. We're not gonna make it 5 years. Fraser didn't commit.
All right. Well, I think I can go through a bunch of. I'm just gonna tell them that everyone download this app because you can do Epstein files, tariffs, movies, music, the New York City mayor, the president of Bolivia. Yes, politics, everything. But is there anything else you want to cover on the app, or do you have any bets you want to add before we go?
Like random fictional bets?
Yeah, that we want them. We're gonna have a Jared and Fraser's Kalshi Corner bets of the week.
All right, this isn't a bet, but I kind of want it to happen. Like now, the new wave is streamers, and it's like Kai Cenat and like all these guys are like the streamers where they just like 24 hours, 48 hours. I think in the future, somebody gonna get their ass up on their stream. It's gonna be somebody. I don't know what streamer gonna be there, but somebody going, "Hey man, you cut the camera, cut the camera."
Didn't that happen in Mexico City? A major influencer was going live or something like that. She got shot and killed in like a coffee shop. So it's happening.
Damn. How long do you keep the live going after they dead? Because I kind of want to know the aftermath. Like, are we in ICU or is it pronounced dead on the scene?
Yeah. Like, do you keep the phone? Does that go in like a plastic bag? Maybe that's probably it. But you don't want to turn it on.
I thought they had a guy that follows them and shit. You gotta, can't live in a camera too.
Maybe I think that's probably the world, as scary as it is. The world we're going to is everyone's on camera. It's just like Black Mirror episodes. That's just life. And people are getting shot and the world goes to shit. That's why I didn't want a kid, because I don't think the world's going to be around for long enough for him to have.
Your gen is going to get to a point where they realize phones are bad and they're just going to start doing regular shit. We're going back.
We'll just go like full circle. Go back to like Amish times.
Good times create weak people. Weak people create hard times. Hard times create strong people. So we're at the phase of weak people right now.
Yeah, mentally, physically. I guess not physically.
When's the last time you cried?
I can't remember.
You're lying. You're lying. You gotta be honest.
I used to cry like in my 20s, but now I've been through too much shit. You can't really break me these days.
I can't cry ever since after my dad died was the last time I was like, but I wanted to a couple times and I couldn't. But I'll tell you what, sometimes I watch movies now, and it's not even the movies you would think like, oh, like some sad movie where like, My Girl or somebody dies. It's the movies where things go right. And I'm like, it worked out. And like I can feel it, but I can't cry, but I can feel like that.
Like the last scene,
like I'm almost at the meter where tears will come. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Interstellar, the bed scene at the end. That's that.
Oh, that is good. Interstellar is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it all
like a dude crying. I feel like that, like anything daddish gets me going.
I want Christopher Nolan to remake Idiocracy and he'd be like, "Can we go family style?"
That's it. Fraser and Jared podcast. Jared Quay Campbell. This is Kalshi Corner. You may never see Kalshi Corner ever again in the fucking history after the shit we said, or maybe it'll become the greatest podcast to listen to. I miss you, Jared. Are you coming in November?
Are we done recording or no?
No, fuck it. I'll just.
No, I don't. Why do you want to put? I don't want to tell my personal information, man. There's child pedophiles out there trying to have sex with me.
Yeah, especially me trying to clap those cheeks.
You do look young. You're a pedophile's dream. He's like, he's overage. You can just lie about your age to them and you'll fucking kill.
In V for Vendetta, when what's her name dresses up, Natalie Portman dressed up as a little schoolgirl for the Pope.
I haven't seen that movie in years. I was too young when I didn't get it at all. It was not a very good movie.
See you guys later.